And here now with reaction, tax attorney Rebecca Walser, along with Republican strategist and the author of Branding America, Noelle Nikpour. Welcome to both of you here. Noelle, I'm going to start with you.
All right.
I don't know. What do you think? Should proxy voting be allowed for new parents, or should they stick to the rules?
Yeah, I think it's something to look at. And I also noticed that Speaker Johnson may be coming around with the sheer fact that he alluded to the fact that there might need to be some exceptions for new mothers, and that could include some nursing booths, that could include using some official funds to fly back and forth to accommodate your new baby. So there are all sorts of things that could go. It'll be interesting to see what happens, because Donald Trump, although he supports Anna Paulina Luna, he is not stepping forth to endorse, which means he doesn't want to get in the middle of it. Because, look, we've got big things that we've got to pass, and we don't need this holding anything up.
That's a good point. You know, my thoughts on this, Rebecca, are rules are rules. And if it's in the Constitution that members of Congress should not be voting by proxy, then for whatever reason, you know what you're getting into when you take the job, then you stick to the rules. However, I do very much agree with what Noelle was suggesting. There are other accommodations that can be made to allow those new mothers or new parents to actually be there. So maybe it's not the extreme, but it's finding something in the middle, but still sticking to the constitutionality.
Yeah, as a lawyer, you know, the Constitution was written a long, hundreds of years ago, and so there was no like in-person virtual voting. The technology wasn't there. The issue that Speaker Johnson has is a slippery slope. So in the law, when something can be approved for one use case, but then it expands to everything because we start going down that slope, that's the problem. You have Steve Scalise saying, look, I missed 3 months when I was in the hospital after being shot playing baseball, and I missed all of those votes. So the problem is not mothers that maybe want that. The problem is, okay, now the fathers that have the Family Leave Act want to go and vote remote, or all these other things. So how can they make an exception, but keep it a hard exception? Because we do want our people showing up. We don't want them to phone it in.
Exactly. And you're setting a precedent by allowing one group and not another group. So again, we'll see how it plays out. It's up to Speaker Johnson at this point. All right, Rebecca and Noelle, great conversation. Thank you so much for joining me on The Other View. Coming up.